He's really, really good. And a bit of his background, he's a former professional football player. He earned a bachelor's degree in health fitness and a minor in athletic coaching from Central Michigan University. He also earned a master's in divinity from Liberty University. TJ is a certified mental health performance coach and a DISC assessment certified trainer. TJ was charged and found guilty of resisting, obstructing, and assaulting an officer in 2004. And then he was accused of murder in 2005 while at Central Michigan. TJ's run-in with the law shortened his professional football career. TJ is presented in front of thousands of people, many of them people your age. He's the author of Unleashing the Power and a protege of Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip-Hop Preacher, TJ Loves Salmon, Cotton Candy, ESPN, and Making a Difference in the Lives of Youth. So I'm going to turn it over to TJ.
How's everybody feel? Everybody excited to be at school? No. I love it. Anybody excited to be at school? No. Okay, good. Anybody excited to be out of class right now? Yeah. Good. So real quick, I just want to see who I'm talking to. I want to make sure I'm talking to the right group. Is there anybody in here that wants more for their life? Raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Good. Is anybody in here that believes they can have more for their life? Say aye. Aye. Good. Is anybody in here willing to do the work to get more for their life? Raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Good. Is anybody in here willing to do the work when they're tired, when they don't feel like it, and when nobody, I mean nobody, believes in you? Raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Good. All right, just do me a favor. I need you guys to count for me. Can you guys count for me? No, hold on. I'm going to do something, all right? My juniors and my seniors. I need you guys to count. Can you guys count for me, yes or no? Yeah. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready? Yeah. You guys ready? Yeah. Good, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, Give me 3 claps. 3 claps. So I did 70 push-ups.
Yes.
And if I'm honest, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm a little disappointed in myself because at one point in time in my life, I was doing 1,500 push-ups and 2,500 crunches. Every single day. Listen very carefully. I need you to be the best group I've had in the last 2 months. And I've been at over 8 schools in the last 2 months. I've been at 4 Division I programs. I've been at 1 NFL team. I need you to be the best group. Which means that when I'm talking, you're not talking. When I'm asking questions, you're answering questions. Why? Because I'm going to give you some information that's going to change your life. I'm going to show you how to be elite. I'm Life is about decisions. Everybody has desires. Everybody has dreams. But most people never realize their desires and dreams because of the decisions that they make on a daily basis. Because of the daily deposits that they make. You can only withdraw from the bank account of desire based upon the daily deposits you make. So if you're not making the right daily deposits on a consistent basis, don't get mad when you wake up 5 years from now and you don't like where you're at. If you're not making the right daily deposits on a consistent basis, don't get mad when you wake up when you're 25 and you don't like to live in your mama's house. That's not anybody's fault but yours because you're not making the daily deposits on a consistent basis. Life isn't about desires, it's about decisions. As you make better decisions, you get better results. As you're more consistent, you get more consistent results. If you don't like what you have right now, change what you're doing. If you want more, do more. If you want to be exceptional, then you have to execute. It is not about effort, it's about execution. Anybody can give effort. Effort is the bare minimum. I gave effort, I tried. That's a cop-out. Anybody can try. That's average. I'm not average. I execute. Execution is worship. Execution means that I do it right, and I do it consistently. That's execution. Everybody in this room is going to try. It's going to give effort. Going to say, I did my best. Doing my best is a cop-out. I did better than my best. I did better than I did yesterday. I did better than I did this morning. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you better than I gave you before you. Why? Because I always get better. That's my mindset. I'm always growing. I'm always getting better. And when you have that mindset, you can execute on a consistent basis. People are going to want you in their environment. Why? Because you execute. You get things done. As an athlete, I want to give you a scholarship. Why? Not because of your effort, but because you execute. As a student, I want to pay for your education. Why? Not because of effort, but because you execute. As a teacher, I'm going to give you A+. Why? Not because I like it, but because you execute. I did 70 push-ups, and I used to do 1,500. Why do I do less now? Because I don't longer do push-ups every single day. So when I stop doing push-ups every single day, I don't no longer can do 1,500. Now I'm going to do 70. I used to be able to do 100 straight, 200 straight, but now only 100. Watch this. When I was 6 years old, my father asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be an NFL football player. The young kids that came before you were in here, they asked questions during Q&A, like what do you do? Like, how do you know what you want? Listen very carefully. Decide what you want. This is your first week of school. This is the week. This is the most important week. Not finals week, not midterms. This is the most important. Why? Because this week you decide. You decide. How many of you, right, by showing hands, right, live in an environment or a house that you say, you know what? I wish I could be in a different environment, a different house. Raise your hand and say aye. Aye. You can do that for yourselves. You don't got to depend on your parents. You don't got to depend on your brothers and sisters. You can do it for yourself. As a matter of fact, while you're sitting there making excuses about why you're not taking care of your schoolwork, while you're not paying attention, while you're making excuses, there's somebody out there who's going through what you're going through, but yet they're doing something with what they have. No excuses, just execution. But my mama, but my daddy, but my homework, but no excuses, execution. There's somebody who has it worse than you that's doing more than you. And I didn't even talk to the principal about it, but in the summertime, I was at a school on the east side of Detroit, in the heart of the east side. They had one light in the auditorium. They got metal detectors when I come through. They got the wands. They got security in there. I'm walking through, I'm getting frisked. And I'm coming in the summertime. They in summer school. They had 8 in 2 days. One of them just got out of jail. I'm coming in there. I'm pouring into them. They up in their chairs. They paying attention. Say, I want to get out of the hood. My daddy in jail. My mama on crack. But I'm not making excuses. I want more. question is, do you want to change it? You can cry about it. You can complain about it. You can make excuses about it. Or you can get up and do something about it. Do something about it. My father said, what do you want to do when you grow up? He said, football player. He bought a VHS tape, Herschel Walker. He put it in the VCR, he pressed play. Herschel Walker said, do 1,500 push-ups and 2,500 crunches every single day. Every single day. How often?
Every single day.
How often?
Every single day.
What if you're tired?
Every single day.
What if you're not in the mood?
Every single day.
What if your mama getting on your last doggone nerves?
Every single day.
What if your sister getting on your last doggone nerves?
Every single day.
What if your teacher getting on your last doggone nerves?
Every single day.
What if you're tired of the principal talking to you in the hallway?
Every single day.
What if you're sick and you don't feel good?
Every single day.
Every single day. Herschel Walker said 1,500 and 2,500. Let me give you the secret to success. Find somebody who's doing what you want to do, listen to them, and do what they tell you to do. Herschel Walker already in the field. If you Google Herschel Walker right now, he look better than me. He's 60. I mean, he buff. I'm like, man, you still bigger than me. You 20 years older than me. My parents know what I'm talking about, right? He had made it to the top, so I said, let me go find somebody who's where I want to be. I'm going to follow their footsteps, but not walk in their footprints. Because if you walk in somebody's footprints, you become just like them. And you weren't born to be like anybody. You were born to be an individual. But if I follow his footsteps, if I follow his journey, I become the best version of me, and I get to where I want to be. So in my freshman year in high school, I was doing 1,500 push-ups, 2,500 crunches every single day. I was stronger than all the freshmen. I was stronger than all the sophomores. I was stronger than half the juniors. And I was stronger than some of the seniors. By my senior year, I'm signing to go play football at Central Michigan University. 3-star recruit. I get to Central Michigan University. And the first thing I have to do is decide how much I'm going to put in to what I say I want. That's the first thing you got to decide this week. As a Titan, you got to decide how much you're willing to put in to get what you say you want. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have what you want, if you don't get to where you want to be, it is not on anybody except me. I can't blame anybody except me if I don't get to where I want to be. It's on me because it's about how much I'm willing to put in on a consistent level. I remember like it was yesterday. My church sent me and my wife on all-inclusive. All-inclusive, which means everything's paid for a trip to Cancun, Mexico. And all-inclusive, in case you guys don't know, means somebody else did what? Paid for it. Which means I don't got to spend any what? Money. I ain't got to spend no money. So I'm walking through the airport line. They're like, sir, you need the taxis? No, I'm good. I got a car. I'm TJ Tyus. Sir, you need help? No, I'm good. I got somebody carrying myself. I'm TJ Tyus. I wasn't really, I didn't have no money like that back then. And I really, I'm that guy. We get to the resort. My girl say, hey, I want to go on an excursion. I said, no problem, babe. We got all inclusive, everything paid for. Hey, what's going on? Yep. Yeah, I want to get an excursion. We want to go snorkeling. Yep, snorkeling. Yep, you get on the four-wheeler. Absolutely. Yep. Not skydiving. I ain't doing that. Zip line. If we do zip line, bet. No problem. All right, so that's 1,500. Oh no, I'm sorry. Everything's paid for. It's TJ Tyus. No, sir, that's not a cover. Click. Hey, sweetheart, we can't do the excursion. That's not covered. And then she gave me that look. That look your mama give you? Hey, y'all go ahead and order that. My card number is 4253. Yeah, she gave me that look. We get to the spot, right? We get down, it's an underground cave. And the guy says, can everybody swim? No doubt. I'm TJ Tyus. I'm bench press 475. I can swim. like, I'm like, babe, come on, babe, don't look at me like that. There's people around me. Don't look at me like that, babe. I can swim. I ain't never seen you swim before. Babe, I'm good. They give us a vest, right? Not like mine. Over in Cancun, Mexico, they give us vests just like this. I put the vest on, and the guy says, everybody, put in as much air as you need. So I was like, yeah, no problem. I play pro football. I got this. Just one puff. One puff. TJ Tyus. We get down in the water, get down a little bit, we take a picture. Cheese, take a picture, Cancun, Mexico. Of course, they take a picture, they're going to charge you for it. They want you money from you. Take a picture. We get down in the water. If you look deep into the water, you see the fishes in the water. You see this, whatever. I don't care about fish. We get down in the water, go a little deeper. I get a little deeper, and I realize that my feet are no longer on the foundation. I no longer can feel the ground beneath my feet. So I've never been snorkeling. I've never been scuba diving before. So I go underwater to look at the fish that's so pretty in Cancun, Mexico, and I'm underwater. I come back up, and I go back down a second time. I come back up. I go back down a third time. Somebody said that don't make no sense. Come on, somebody said that don't make no sense. I go back down a third time. I come back up. True story. I am actively drowning in Cancun, Mexico, because this smart guy with a master's degree was breathing in through my snorkel as if I was scuba diving. So now I have water in my snorkel, I have water in my lungs, and I am actively drowning in Cancun, Mexico. One of the guys comes over to me and he grabs me and says, "You're drowning. Let me pull you to the side." And my first response is to push him away. Some of you, as soon as a teacher, or principal, or your friend, or your mama, or your daddy offers help, you push them away. The second person comes and he grabs me. I got two guys grab me and they try to pull me to the side and I push them both away. Because my pride wouldn't let me admit that I was drowning. There's some of you in this room, you're drowning in your life right now and you're too prideful to admit it. The third guy comes and he grabs me and says, "We're not going to allow you to drown. We're pulling you to the side whether you like it or not." And they grab me and they pull me to the side of the cave and I hang on to the side of the cave like Tarzan. And then the guy begins to talk about the fish in the water. I'm like, I don't care about no doggone, shut up about the fish. Then he says to all of us, "All right, guys, it's time to go back." Go back when? We got to go back to the other side? You tell me you created a cave without an entrance and an exit? You got to have an entrance and an exit. We can't go that way. He said, "No, we got to go back." He said, "You good?" I said, "Give me 1 second." All right, I'm ready to go back. I blow it all the way up. I get down in the water, I start trapping. I said, "Sweetheart, baby girl, you go in front of me." She said, "No, you go in front of me." You lied. I'm like, "Hey, calm down. What's with the intensity? You aggressive right now, sweetheart. Don't talk to me. You go in front. You go stand next to the guy. I'm disappointed in you." Like, so we get to the other side. I take it off. My wife comes up to me. She said, "Listen, very careful. You lied." She said, I said, "I can't." She said, "You lied. Stop talking." I said, "Hold on. You gonna tell me to shut up?" He says, "You can't take our kids swimming anymore. You matter of fact, don't even give my kids a bath anymore." I'm like, "You extreme, sweetheart." Like, no, just don't. Like, your pride almost cost my children their father. Your pride almost cost you your life. Your pride, because you was not willing to admit you couldn't swim. Your pride, because you wouldn't put in as much as you need at the beginning, almost caused you to drown. Life is not about desire. It's about decisions. This week, you have to decide how much you're going to put in as a student, as a young man, as a young wrong decision. I got into Central Michigan University. It's a 3-star recruit. By my junior year, I was ranked in the top 25 NFL draft.com. I had between 130 and 140 tackles my junior year. I was projected to be a 6th-round, 7th-round draft pick. I went to a party, and a fight broke out. 3 or 4 of my closest friends were involved in the fight. The police come running in, and a female officer comes up to me and grabs my arm, and I pull away. She grabs my other arm, and I pull away. Before it's all said and done, I have 4 or 5 officers pepper spraying me, haul me down to the ground, and I'm physically assaulting police officers in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Within 24 hours, I'm in jail. I'm on ESPN, starting middle linebacker, potential draft pick, Anthony Tyus Jr., arrested and charged with a felony, assaulting police officers. And all I can do is think that my eyes are clearing up from the pepper spray, I'm sitting in the jail cell, I'm thinking back like, where was my homeboy and my other homeboy and my other homeboy? I'm like, when I was fighting with the police, trying to impress them, I didn't see none of my homeboys watching. Like, I was trying to impress them that I was cool and I was bad, and the only person I remember thinking was my wife. When I got bailed out of jail, my wife showed up, paid the bail, and had dinner for me in the car. And I looked around, I don't see my homeboy or my other homeboy or my other homeboy. I'm like, I get to the crib, I'm like, bro, where you at? So you ain't know, please come, we run. I'm like, what? I'm like, I was trying to impress you. Like, what are you talking about? I went to court. The only person in the court is my wife. And I'm talking to the judge, and the judge gives me no probation, no jail time, no prison time, no community service. The judge says, I never want to see you again. I'm like, cool. You know, when you get in trouble, you ain't tough. You real untough. Like, yes, sir. No problem, sir. You'll never see me again, sir. Absolutely, sir. I thank you, sir. Walked out of the spirit like this. But I left the courtroom, and I went to hang around the same people I call it your sacred circle. Your 4 or 5 closest friends, whoever they are, whatever decisions they make consistently, is going to decide who you're going to be and where you're going to be. Yes, I know you heard it before. I read it in the book too. I heard it in high school. So that's corny. No lie. No lie. It's true. I realized now that it's true. Your sacred circle will determine how high you elevate. The people you spend time with will determine how high you elevate. I hang with #1 speaker in the world. He's a multi-millionaire. I'm on my way to being a multi-millionaire. I am the #1 speaker in the world. He's an author. I'm an author. He don't work a 9 to 5. I don't work a 9 to 5. He traveled the world. I travel the world. He's spoken to 4 or 5, 6, 7 different countries. I've spoken to 3 different countries. I listen to that carefully. I changed my sacred circle. It changed me. I leave the court. I go to hang around the same people. My boy said, hey, bro, 2005, 2004, summer, 2005, summer, July, August. Hey, bro, we going to a party. You ready? You down? You ready to go? Or your girl gonna let you stay at home? Okay, you trying to call me out, bro. I said, hey, babe, hey, listen, I'm about to go to this party real quick. My wife says to me, I got a bad feeling. How many of you got mamas, but I got a bad feeling? Raise your hand and say, all right. I'm like, you always got a feeling about something. Like, what you a prophet? You a psychic? He said, I got a bad feeling. I said, I'm a grown man. I'm going to the party. Okay, tell God. There go that pride again. Go ahead, tell God. She says to me, do me a favor. Don't drink. I'm like, cool. I'll tell my boys I'm a designated driver. I'm not going to drink. I go to the party. What do you think happens?
You drink.
I told him I wasn't. Man, that hurts. I'm a man of my word. I ain't drink. I had a Pepsi. I had I didn't. I go to the party and a fight breaks out. My son's godfather got bumped by a car going about 2 miles an hour. He falls to the ground, jumps up. Everybody runs in. A young man by the name of Mr.Martin comes over and swings at my son's godfather. He misses. Crowd runs in. He gets knocked to the ground. And he gets stuck to death. Within a matter of moments, it seems, all I hear is sirens. Ambulance, police. I'll be 41 in 2 weeks. And to this day, I can still remember seeing him lay there on the ground. I can still remember his wife, because he was older than us. He was in college. He was a grown man. I still remember his wife kneel down on top of him, trying to protect him as he's getting kicked. I remember jumping in the car, and my son's godfather, my best friend, jumping in the passenger seat. I remember jumping in the car and putting it in drive and speeding off. I remember my heart pounding. I remember thinking in my head, I think he's dead. I remember like the horror of realizing that somebody just lost their life. I remember that just one decision, one night, one moment changed everything. Somebody lost their son. Somebody lost their husband. Somebody lost their brother. Somebody lost their friend. It took one decision, one moment, and it changed everything. I remember going back to the apartment, and everybody talking, everybody nervous, everybody scared. I remember sitting there, and I remember my wife, when I got back to our apartment, I remember she looked me in my eyes and said, something's not right. And I remember saying, I don't want to talk about it. I remember her saying, I told you I had a bad feeling. I told you that I didn't think this was a good decision. Life is not about desires. Life is about decisions. And I remember, within 24 hours, the police are knocking at my door. 5134 East Bellows Drive. They're confiscating my Dodge Stratus, looking for brain matter from the carpet in my car. I remember my name was the first name in the paper. Starting middle linebacker Anthony Tyus, charged with assault this junior year, this year accused of murder. I was doing 1,500 push-ups and 2,500 crunches every single day. I was in high school. I was grinding. I was putting the work in. I had the desire. I had the right decisions. And then I got to college and I started making different decisions. I changed my sacred circle and it changed everything. I was ranked in the top 25 NFLDraftList.com. You can sit back there. You can hold your head to the side. You can look cool. You can act cool. I've been there. I've done that. I've gone to a place you never seen and I lost it all because I thought it was cool. I thought it was being funny. I was too good to pay attention. That's cool. You learn from the person giving you knowledge or you learn from your mistakes. You decide. I tried out for the Colts, the Lions, a couple other teams. They said you fast, 4'4", 4'9", come out of high school, 4'6". You bench press 475, squat over 600 pounds, you got 38 inches vertical. That's like the numbers don't lie. They said, but your character, we think you're a character risk. Not talent, not skill. Listen very carefully. None of you lack talent. None of you lack skill. But the question is, do you have the character? Do you have the ability to make the right decisions? Listen very carefully. A lot of you are competitive academically. You are competitive athletically. But the question is, do you have competitive stamina? When I went to the Florida Gators, the motto was competitive stamina, which means, can you compete when you're tired? Can you compete when you don't feel like studying? Can you study when you don't want to study? Can you compete? Competitive stamina. Anybody can compete when the first day of school, the first week, but week 10, I was in this class last year. She's like, oh, you were? Are you like a graduate student or a teacher aide? I was like, nah. She said, why are you back in class again? Well, you know, I just want to take it again. She's like, oh, no, you failed. I'm like, yeah, I failed. But here's the mindset. Winners win, losers lose. My mindset is I'm a winner, so I never lose. Even when I lose, I learn. If I learn, I grow. If I grow, I win. So I kept taking it over and over again. I will outlast failure. No matter how many C's I get, how many D's I get, how many times I fail, I will not stop until I get what I came for. That's my mindset. If you want more, your mindset is I will not stop. I will not quit. I can, I will, I must dominate. That's your mindset. And all you do, that's your mindset. In everything, in school, at home, that's your mindset. So watch this. Accused of murder, 5-year Canadian football contract, 3-4 years arena ball. I'm sitting on the floor on my knees crying like a baby. I got a wife, 2 kids, and 1 on the way. I joked around in high school, joked around in college. I got degrees, but I didn't really pay attention. I didn't really put in as much as I should have put in. There will come a time in your life where you're going to feel like you're drowning. Understand this. You're either in the storm, headed towards the storm, or you're coming out of the storm. Think about your life. Think about your parents. You're either in the storm, headed towards the storm, or coming out of the storm. The question is, will you be prepared for the storm? You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how long it's going to last. But when you put in as much as you need every single day, when a storm comes, you're prepared for the storm. Even though I couldn't swim, if I would have put in as much as I needed in the beginning, if I would have put in more, when I began to sink, that would have held me up. I'm telling you right now, when you make the right daily decisions in your lifestyle, as a person, being a good person, making good decisions, doing your schoolwork. Listen, I hate school. Make no mistake about it. I'm saying it for all the teachers. I know they ain't here right now. Superintendents here. I hate school, but I love learning. I read more than all of you in this room. I guarantee you, throughout the whole year, all of you combined, I still read more than you. Why? Because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I'm working on a contract with a professional team right now. That's going to pay me in 1 hour more than my wife makes in a year. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. No, I don't like school, but I love learning. I love information, because when I get the information, it changes me. Now I can do more. Now I can be more. Now I can conquer more. Knowledge is power. So let me be real with y'all. The month of August, my career has taken on more than it ever has within the month of August. Your sacred circle, people you're around, will determine where you're going to go. I told you that. When I was accused of murder, I went to church, and I met a young man named Eric Thomas. If you Google #1 speaker in the world, you'll see Les Brown, you'll see Tony Robbins, you might see Ed Milet, and you'll see Eric Thomas #1 overall. I met him, and he began to teach me, and it helped me change my life. I said I wanted more. He said, I'm going to show you how to get more. From that point forward, I became an author. From that point forward, after 15 years working for the state of Michigan, I retired at the age of 39. Like, how you retire? How you retire at 39? I'm retiring from doing that to doing my purpose. I got a call in August from Eric. He said, hey, the Florida Gators need somebody to come speak. Listen, some of y'all in here, like, you missing it. You ain't getting it, right? You're not getting it, right? You're not getting it. Some of y'all football players, y'all got a jersey on y'all in the back, you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. It's cool, though. It's cool. You ain't getting it. It's about wanting more and getting around people who are going to help you get more because you say you want more. So I get a call about going to the Florida Gators. And I said, E, let's go. We get to the Florida Gators. We in there. I'm giving the Florida Gators that fire. I get done speaking. The head coach, Coach Lampier, comes up to me and said, hey, man, ET #1, but you did your true freshman, as an 18-year-old against Michigan State last year. He has a 3.5 or higher GPA at Northwestern. I got another son, my middle son is a senior, getting recruited to play D1 ball. My son's son is a sophomore. Now, I'm adding value to Coach Napier, so now I have it on my phone. So I said, Coach Napier, I'm over here, right, at Warren, Titans, and I got a guy up front, Coach. He, number 3, number 5, he dialed in, Coach. I don't know if he can play, but he focused, Coach. Oh, send me his contact. Send me his information. Why? Because I'm connected now. Because I added value. My sacred circle is growing. We left the Florida Gators all in August. We left the Florida Gators, and then we went to the Ohio State Buckeyes. My father played at Ohio State. Listen very carefully. Talk about decisions, not desires. My oldest son wanted to go to Ohio State, but they didn't offer him. Now I'm at Ohio State. Watch what happens. I give a speech. I get done speaking and said, man, that was not Coach Day. I'm in the office with Coach Day, sitting in his chair talking to him. Coach Day said, man, that was phenomenal, man. Anything you need, let me know. I said, well, actually, I want to come to a game. No problem. It's done. We can see on the sideline. I get done speaking, and the running back coach, I took my son to 3 Ohio State camps. He never paid my son any attention. Not once. I'm like, man, my son like, dang, Dad, okay. All right, man. Well, he's still playing in the Big Ten. I get done speaking. Who come up to me? Running back coach. Hey, man, what's your name? Anthony Tyus. You got a son? I do. What's his name? Anthony Tyus III. He said, man, did you come to a camp? I said, we did. He said, man, he was good. We wasn't sure if he was quite ready. I said, it's okay. He had no question. I said, all right. He said, well, give me your phone number. You got any more kids playing ball? I do, actually. We leave Ohio State, and we go to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. All of them within the month of August. This is very careful. I'm telling you something, not bragging. I'm showing you something. We go to the Gophers. We talk to the Gophers. I get done PJ Fleck, the head coach. He's like, I remember you. And those somebody just give you that look, but they like, I remember who you. He's like, I was at Western. I remember you was an uphead. You was always fighting. He's like, you different. I said, I am different. You want your friends to say to you, you different. Some of y'all too scared when your friends say, you changed. I did change. You different. I am different. You being fake. No, now I'm being my real me. Why I don't like it? You don't have to like the new me. The new me is better. PJ Fleck said, you changed. I did change. He sent me a video on the video like, hey, everybody on ET #1, but TJ Tyus, he next. I'm like, PJ, man. He said, no. He said, I appreciate you becoming who you're supposed to be. I'm sitting at dinner with Eric and his wife after Minnesota go. I'm like, man, I done went to the Florida Gators. I done went to Ohio State. I done went to Minnesota go. I'm like, man, this is phenomenal. This has been the greatest August month of my life. Hello? Oh, this is the Minnesota Vikings. Like NFL? Vikings? Yeah. Coach O'Connor, Minnesota Vikings, head coach. You and ET come speak. I'm like, you telling me I'm about to go to the NFL? When I was 6 years old, I told my dad I wanted to what? I wanted to be in the NFL. I didn't make it because of the decisions that I made. Here I am now, at 40 years old, the month of August, and I'm going to the NFL. I finally made it to my goals. I finally got my desires. Why? Because I started making different decisions every single doggone day. It didn't happen in 1 year. It didn't happen in 5 years. It didn't happen in 10 years. I've been speaking for 13 years. I've thought about quitting over and over and over. Some of you might have caught it, but I have a speech impediment. I struggle with my speech. I struggle with stuttering, and yet I get paid to speak for a living. I retired my wife in 2023 from speaking, and people made fun of me in high school because of my speech. I had a speech coach, and now I get paid to talk. And here I am, 13 years after been speaking. Over 30 years later, I finally made it to the NFL. And when I get done speaking, helmet and he signs it. And my head kind of big, so I couldn't fit the helmet, but it's a real helmet. I think it's a kicker helmet. And I got my helmet, and I called my dad. I said, Dad, remember I told you I was going to retire you, Dad? I was going to be an NFL star. I finally made it. Not the way I planned to make it, but I finally made it. The decision that I made leading up to the NFL cost me the NFL. The decision that I made now, I got a call yesterday from E.T. He went to the Rams game last night. And the Rams said, I can't remember the guy's name, he's on my phone right now, just met him, text me, said, listen, we need somebody to come speak to the team in the middle of the season. We talking about the Rams. And we know yesterday didn't go so well for them, but they won a Super Bowl. Coach called me and said, listen, during the middle of the season, we want you to come speak to the team. I'm like, what, me? Like TJ Tyus? Like assault an officer, accused of murder? Yeah, we know what decisions got you to that. But the decision you've been making lately has got you to this. All this time later, I finally made it to my ultimate goal. Because I started making different decisions. My question to you today is real simple. At the very beginning, I asked you, did you want more? I asked you, were you willing to put in more? I asked you, were you willing to be consistent even when you're tired? In order to separate, you have to separate. I was just on the sideline for Ohio State 2 weeks ago against Notre Dame. Myself and my wife, because she's still by my side. And I got to meet one of my childhood heroes, LeBron James. I stood on the sideline, I talked with LeBron, we shook hands, we took pictures. I talked to Brian and his son, Kirk Herbstreit, Ryan Shazier, Chase Young. If you count the people on the sideline and you compare it to the people in the audience, in the stands, it's probably maybe 20% on the sideline. 80% is in the standings. My decisions got me around the 20%. My decisions got me in the elite company. Your sacred circle, the people you're around, and the decisions you make will determine if you ever achieve your desires. My question to you is real simple, and I'm not talking to everybody, because I've been watching every single one of you in the room I've made eye contact with at some point in time. So I know who you are, and I know if you mean it. If you're sitting in this room and you're saying to yourself, I have not been living to an elite level to this point, and I'm ready from this day forward, academically, in the community, as an athlete, or whatever extracurricular activity you do. If you're saying that I'm ready to start living to an elite level from this day forward, you're standing to your feet. You're standing to your feet. Don't stand because your friend's standing. Everybody probably shouldn't be standing. I want you to be real with yourself. And do me better. Don't make a commitment you can't keep. Give me 3 claps. Listen very carefully. I'm going to quote the late, great Kobe Bryant. Kobe said, make a contract with yourself. And then don't negotiate that contract. So if you're standing to your feet right now, you're saying you're making a contract with yourself that you are going to make the effort to live to an elite level. Listen back carefully. This passion isn't because I'm mad. This passion isn't because you're a bad person. This passion is because I was sitting in your seat and I thought it was a game and I lost everything. And more importantly, DeMarcus Graham is dead. So I committed my entire life from this point forward to giving life to people like you. Because I didn't save his life, I'm going to save your life. So if you're making this contract with yourself, do me a favor. Don't renege on this contract. Some of you are disloyal. Not to your friends, but to yourself. You got to work on you before you work on anybody else. If you want to be great, you can be great. But it's not about desire. It's about decisions. daily deposits. Thank you for your time.